My name is Herbert Wong, Herbert Y.K. Wong, Herbert U.K. Wong. I was born in Ever, and I don't remember ever too much except I think I was too little maybe. But I remember whenever they burned the sugar cane, people would warn each other, oh, they're going to burn sugar cane today, so that they close the door because the cinders would fall and would fly into the houses here. In a way, I think the bakery was the best education I ever had in my life. Better than going to Harvard and Yale, because you have to work until you fall down practically, you know. But I knew everything about the bakery. I knew every recipe. I knew every mechanic to fix the oven and all kind of equipment. And the mixer. Yeah, you know, there's a big window in front of the bakery, and people used to stand out there and watch me work because I was so fast. It's like an art, you know. By the time I was 15 years old, I could run the whole bakery by myself, with the workers, of course. All the customers liked me because, I don't know why. In fact, that's how I met your mother. And your mother was scooping ice cream for people. There's a window there, that's still there, right? And people stand there, and your mother scooped the ice cream and passed the ice cream to them. When you go to school, there was you can always take up some kind of hobby in school, St. Louis. Maybe some people take up rifle shooting, maybe some people take some, and there's an art class you take, yeah. So I just happened to decide to take an art class. My parents like to see what I paint, right? So they always ask me, what are you painting now and when it's gonna be done? And the day that it's gonna be done, they come and pick me up from school. Instead of catching the bus, they come and pick me up. So that's the way they show that they care for you, right? They show the picture and they look at, oh, nice, and this and that. Then the horse is the favorite picture everybody wants, right? Running in front of fire. So Mrs. Dyson, one day she's looking at my paintings, right? Which one do you like the most, you know? So I figured, if I tell her the one I like the most, she won't take that one, right? So I said, this one was the beach and one was the horse. So I said, oh, I like the horse one the most. When she took the horse, I couldn't sleep that night, you know. And and Grandma noticed that, right? I couldn't sleep, you know. And Grandma told your grandfather, tomorrow you go see Mrs. Dyson, you know. And bring him the beach one and tell him, you gotta give her back the horse. So, you know, they don't mess around, right? With me, I figure, well, give up, you know. That horse belonged to them already, you know. You know how kids are. Sometimes I'm still like that, you know, at my old age. So I said to myself when I was in medical school, someday when I get out as a doctor, I didn't become a doctor just for power, you know. I became a doctor because I know there's a lot of problems in this world that needs help. And also, I think, now that I think about it, sometimes you don't always win, but most of the time something good comes out of it, you know. And as you get old and your days might be numbered, you try to think back, and the present becomes the past immediately, and the future becomes the past too. I think the simplest way to say it is probably I was born in a way that somehow I always like to fight for the underdog. I feel sorry for the underdog. I cannot stand to see somebody being bullied, yeah. I cannot stand a weak person being bullied. I cannot stand it, you know. I have to do something. Like when you think about Hawaii, now I think about incorporating it. You know, when you go to a big place to eat, you look at the people, they're all mixtures, right? You know? And that tells you that, you know, so long they're human, you know, and they're good, they're beautiful, you know. Don't think that Chinese is the best, or Japanese is the best, or Howard is the best, or color is the best. If they're nice, they're all nice. And they're all important, right? And they should not be bullied, yeah. They were in the park, throwing the ball. He said, Grandpa, I said, what? He said, what kind of religion you have, you know? I said, well, I guess the closest is Catholic because I went to Catholic high school, grade school, Catholic college, and Catholic medical school, yeah. But he got smart. He said, no, I know, but what kind of religion you have, you know? And I didn't know how to answer it, so I said, well, I guess the closest would be Christianity, yeah? Because Catholic is Christianity, right? Then he kind of gave up, you know what he said? Smart, you know, the kid. He said, he didn't push me any further. He said, anyhow, Grandpa, you sound like a Chinese Jesus Christ. Then he go play with the dog again. When you get old like me, one time he asked me, Grandpa, what is life? You cannot answer that in one day. You cannot answer that in a lifetime. But it will just come natural, you know. You realize it. But just don't try to figure it out. Just do your best at your stage or so. And life, since I'm getting old, I say these things. Like, sometimes life is cruel, you know. It's not meant for human consumption, you know. You know when your mother's dying, Carrie came up to me, right? The ambulance was coming, right? She said, Daddy, Mama want to talk to you. Oh, I felt real good, right? You know, sometimes she's quiet and she doesn't talk for a long time. So I didn't think she was gonna die. So I felt real good and I rushed to her side. And just to show you how ironic it is, I put my hand on her hand and I said, oh, Winnie, what do you want to tell me? And just had to say that, she closed her eye and I'll open it again. Probably she wanted to say, if we hurt each other in our life, forgive her and she also forgive me. I'm pretty sure that's what she wanted to say, maybe. The first few years, sometimes I dream, yeah, that she came back, you know, and stand there, said, oh, look, I said, where were you all this time? I've been looking for you all, you know, looking for you so long, right? He said, well, here I am now, you know, and I feel real happy, right? Just smiling and said, look, I'm here, and standing there with a dress, and alive, right? Even though my IQ might not be high enough to match Einstein, and even though I'm not the perfect guy, I can say that perhaps that I did more good than I did bad anyway. Always be happy with whatever road you're in. I'm sure I would be richer if I took the bakery, yeah? Because what the head of the Bakery Association was going to take me in and train me everything, you know. But I'm glad in a way that I became a doctor because it made me understand that the human being is really more than a high-class primate, you know. Like, you know, this surgery, probably won't die, but I could die, right? And even if the surgery is successful, I might still die because I'm old, and plus, maybe the damn thing will spread, right? But you know why I don't mind too much? Because you have descendants. You have hope for the rest of the world that somehow somebody smarter than me will do a better job than me. And also, somehow, somewhere, people will care for people more and they're gonna make the world better.